Hey guys, welcome back to K1 Speed in Wilmington, Massachusetts. This is round 3, March 2024 of the K1 Speed Challenge GP. Still early in the season, but we are fighting for that top 3 finish just like I did last year. Reminder, I am going to California this year for the national championship. That's happening in June. And in the meantime, I'm trying to fight for a 2025 spot as well. Tonight I qualified 6th out of 30 to 40 people here, so I was in the A main final. Really been struggling with qualifying lately. My raw speed, I'm not really sure what's going on. I've been finishing in decent positions. After this race, I ended up in the 3rd place spot in the championship, but still just really struggling for that last couple tenths of speed. But without further ado, let's go racing here. Green, green, green. A lot of action going into that first hairpin. Got to make sure you're not too close to the other cars, otherwise you may bump and spin. Try to sneak up at the inside, not quite room there. So you got a whole train of cars. I ended up a little bit understeer in that corner, creating a little bit of a gap between me and the cart in front. Try to make up that gap again. I got someone right behind me, a few people. Gonna try to take advantage of the action in front of me. Everyone's trying to overtake, so you can really wait for the right opportunity for people to slow each other down. Gonna try to take advantage of some of this traffic up ahead. Carrying speed around, she gets slowed by the carts in front of her. My cart gets tucked up into hers. She keeps it straight. I tuck up in here, able to get by there. Just a bit of a racing incident. Wasn't expecting her to slow down, and my cart got into hers. But luckily we both kept it moving straight there. If either of us had sort of backed off the gas, either she would have spun or I would have slowed down and got past. So I think that was a good move on both of our parts there to keep it safe. Now I'm up in 5th position. Got my eyes set on my next targets ahead. They're slowing each other down a bit, trying to pass each other. Let's see if I can make a move. Not quite. Take it wider here, because I don't have anyone directly behind me. But you'll see over the course of a race, you have to adjust your line. For those of you who are relatively newer to K1, there's an offensive line, which you'll take during qualifying, carrying a wide arc. And then there's more of a defensive line, which you'll take during race if you got someone behind you, where you don't take this turn quite as wide. Here I took it very wide, but that's a common place where you gotta take a more inside line. Same thing in this turn here. You can't be out quite as wide when you got someone right behind me, because that's a great spot to tuck up on the inside. I also got some trackside footage from a new fan here, a new racer named Yulir. I'll put up his Instagram here in case you want to check him out. Thanks for the footage, dude. So here you go. Kind of cool. Got a trackside view along with my onboard view. Gives you a nice little perspective of what's going on here. So as you can see, I got about equal gap, the cart in front of me and the cart behind me, so I'm not quite on the defense, but in a little bit my cart starts slowing down, so I have some battery issues. Nothing major, but just typical K1 stuff where you don't have the same power as you do towards the start. So you'll notice the cart behind me, the one I overtook a little bit ago, starts catching up here, and then I start moving to a defensive line. So very quickly she caught up. Now I'm looking back, and I'm going to take the defensive line here on the inside. I was talking about that before. I get bumped there, so she's catching up very fast. I basically lose all my straightaway speed. So I'm on full defense mode here. I've pretty much given up on hopes of overtaking the cart in front of me. Instead, keeping it super tight here. Tough to get a good exit there. Plus, when you have a bad cart, get bumped again. You see my helmet shake really hard there, just around that corner. Nothing I can do here except defend. That's just the luck of the draw when you get a cart that isn't quick. At least the steering is okay. It's arguably a lot worse when you have a cart that either understeers or oversteers like crazy and you're trying to defend, because then it's like you can't keep it tight around the corners. One thing is having low speed, but when you can't steer, I'd argue that's a lot worse. So, got a train of carts behind me. Now Luke is behind me. He was a second place finisher last year. He's currently in first place in the championship. He's going to try to get around me. I'm not going to let that happen. At least I'm going to try not to. Again, name of the game here is keeping it tight. Keep it very close to the wall here. He's right on my tail. Coming up in the last lap, I think. I exit a little wide there. He's right up on my left. Luckily, I'm able to keep him to the outside and control this corner. Again, keep it close to the inside. No chances there on leaving the door open. And checker flag. Good race. I was actually feeling nauseous before the race. I don't know why. Something I ate. And I was worried going into it. But after the race, it kind of cured all my nausea. I felt so much better. Thanks for watching, guys. That was a fun one. I started 6th and finished 5th. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.